They said the stars were silent, but that silence hid the truth. Worlds burned, empires fell, and in the dark, one human choice changed everything. This is not fiction. It's a memory of who we truly are.
In the heart of the Andromeda Accord Hall, 1,000 alien voices echoed like waves of thunder. They gathered to pass judgment on one fragile world. The Galactic Council had spoken. Humanity was to be erased. A planet too dangerous, too unpredictable, too free. But among the chaos stood one man, Earth's final envoy, Ambassador Ethan Thorne. He didn't tremble, didn't plead, he just smiled and whispered, "It's finally time." They expected fear, but what they saw was something ancient, something human. The kind of smile that once walked through fire and came out laughing. Across the stars, the Council declared war on Earth. And in that moment, humanity remembered who they really were. Because when the galaxy decides to erase us, we don't vanish, we ignite.
Moments after the Council's decree, the stars above Sol burned red. War had begun. Ethan Thorne stood inside the shattered embassy dome, watching the last transmission from Earth fade into static. Cities falling, oceans burning. But behind the sorrow, a plan was already forming. He wasn't just a diplomat. He was the architect of Earth's final defense, Project Dawn. To activate it, he'd need the Council's encrypted codes buried deep beneath the Capitol spire. So he walked into the dark, unarmed, outnumbered, guided only by a ghost. Her name was Lyra Vale, ex-council scientist, branded traitor. They told her to abandon humanity. She refused. And now, two fugitives shared a secret that could either end the war or end them both. In the ashes of betrayal, the spark of an alliance was born.
Alarms screamed through the spire corridors as Ethan and Lyra ran beneath collapsing skylights. The Council's enforcers were already on them, sleek drones slicing the air, scanning every corridor for human DNA. Lyra led the way, her silver hair catching the red glow of the emergency lights. "This way," she shouted, voice trembling but eyes fierce. They dived through a maintenance shaft just as a plasma burst tore the walls apart. Sparks rained down like fireflies. Ethan caught her hand, felt the pulse of alien warmth, and for a moment the chaos vanished. She wasn't human, but she was fighting for them. Music slows, heartbeat rhythm, they crashed into an open plaza, ships lifting off in panic, smoke coiling through neon air. "We make it to Dock 9, we live," Ethan growled. Lyra smiled, defiant. "Then let's make them chase ghosts." Music swells, pulse beat syncs with steps, fade to black. In the heart of the enemy's world, humanity refused to run alone. Transition to Scene 4 begins with engines roaring and rain hitting metal. They found shelter in the underlevels, a forgotten tunnel beneath the glowing towers of Calyx Prime. Steam curled from the vents. Neon light dripped from cracked glass like blood from a wound. Ethan's hands shook as he sealed the hatch. Lyra watched him, eyes reflecting the blue fire of the storm outside. "Why did you save me?" she whispered. He looked up, the rain tracing scars across his face. "Because someone had to." For a moment, the galaxy felt small, the war distant. Just two souls caught between stars. Lyra stepped closer, resting her palm against his chest, her touch glowing faintly. Energy pulsed between them, an ancient and alive spark. Memories not his own flooded his mind, her childhood, her exile, her loneliness. She pulled back, trembling. "Now you know," she said softly. "Now you see me." And for the first time, Ethan understood. The Council hadn't declared war on Earth alone. They declared war on everything human inside us. Far above Calyx Prime, the sky burned with engines of judgment. The Galactic Council's dreadnought, Eclipsera, drifted through the ion clouds, its hull like black glass, absorbing every ray of light. Inside the command bridge stood Admiral Corin Vale, the man who believed mercy was a virus. He watched the planet below, where human refugees still hid like ghosts among ruins. "Initiate purge protocol," he said. "No witnesses, no survivors." Dozens of warships aligned, their cannons glowing with violet fire. To the Council, it wasn't vengeance, it was cleansing. But somewhere in the dark, a signal sparked, faint but human. Ethan and Lyra, hidden beneath the neon storm, intercepted the broadcast. They listened as the enemy spoke their doom. Ethan's jaw tightened. His reflection flickered in the glow. If they want to erase us, then it's finally time we remind them who we are. Beneath the shattered cities of Calyx Prime, the Undercity still breathed. Flickering lights danced across rusted metal. Humans, aliens, hybrids, survivors huddled around scavenged fires. Ethan and Lyra slipped through the maze of shadows, their cloaks slick with rain and dust. They had come to find the resistance, a ghost army that lived only in rumor. In a chamber beneath an old reactor, they met them, a dozen faces hardened by war, and at the center, an old friend. "Sergeant Dane?" Ethan whispered. "You're supposed to be dead. Guess we both are." Lyra laid the stolen data crystal on the table, its glow painting their faces blue. "The Council's fleet will purge this planet in hours," she said. "We either stand now or vanish forever." Eyes met, hearts steadied, and in that forgotten tunnel, a rebellion was reborn. Next, Scene 7. The Raid on Eclipsera. Night fell like a blade over Eclipsera base, the beating heart of the Galactic Council's war machine. Hidden beneath the storm, the human strike team prepared to move. Ethan checked his rifle's charge, steady blue. Lyra adjusted her armor, her violet eyes glowing through the mist. "You don't have to come," Ethan murmured. "Yes, I do. I started this war when I told you the truth." They dove into the storm, plasma bolts slicing the night. The base below lit up with alarms, sirens howling like dying beasts. Explosions ripped across the landing pads. Drones swarmed. Ethan rolled behind cover, firing bursts of electric light. Lyra extended her hand. Psychic waves rippled, tearing enemy ranks apart. Inside the control tower, the data core glowed like a star. Ethan reached it, voice trembling. This is it, the proof of everything. But every truth demands a price, and theirs was just beginning. Next, Scene 8. The Betrayal of Light.
They made it out, barely. The Eclipsera base burned behind them, a dying sun swallowed by smoke. In the dropship's shadows, Lyra clutched the stolen data core, but Ethan's AI whispered, "Something's wrong." A transmission pinged, encrypted human code. Ethan's face froze. Someone inside the council warned them. Before he could react, the ship jolted. Plasma fire tore through the hull. Betrayal had a name: Admiral Rourke. The same man who sent Ethan to negotiate peace. The same man who ordered the colonies erased. Their ship spiraled down into the desert of fractured moons. Lyra shielded them with her psychic energy, eyes blazing white. Ethan crawled from the wreckage, smoke rising around him. He looked at the stars and whispered, "No more peace." This wasn't a mission anymore. It was a reckoning.
3 hours later, the Council fleet descended. Thousands of ships, blotting out the suns of a broken system. Ethan stood atop the cliffs, armor cracked, rifle low on charge. Beside him, Lyra's psychic aura shimmered, pure light in the chaos. "You could still run," he told her. "And miss the end of your stubborn story? Never!" They charged into the heart of the battle, a two-person storm. Ethan's bullets carved through drones. Lyra's mind bent gravity itself. The fleet above rained fire, but Earth's sun did not yield. "This is for the ones you called a mistake," Ethan roared, blasting the command ship's reactor. When the light cleared, the sky was empty. The Council's fleet was gone. He fell to one knee,
Lyra caught him, her touch glowing like dawn. "You did it, human." He smiled faintly. "No, we did."
Months later, on the green world of Nova Terra, a city rose where ashes once lay. Human hands and alien minds worked side by side. The Galactic Council was gone, replaced by something new, something living. Lyra walked through the gardens, her silver hair reflecting sunlight. Beside her, Ethan carried a small child, their child, eyes bright with both species' fire. "Will he ever know what we did?" she asked. "He doesn't have to. He'll live it." Around them, banners of unity fluttered in the breeze, the sigil of two worlds reborn. And somewhere beyond the stars, the universe whispered back, not in fear, but in awe. Because the Council was right about one thing. Humanity was a mistake powerful enough to save them all.